Hello everyone. In this video, we'll talk about the 7th chapter of the novel A Southern Family written by Gail Godwin. This chapter is named as Nightmares. The main characters of this chapter are Dr. Blake and Ruffy Quick, Theo Quick's younger brother. Ruffy Quick is a young chap who's studying at Chapel Hill at an university. He visits his hometown every weekend. Dr. Blake asks the reason for Ruffy's visit. He says that he has a series of nightmares where one such nightmare was he dreamt about shooting his own elder brother right between the eyes. She's asking the reason for this, and he says that his elder brother was already killed before 3 months, or he died before 3 months. He also explains to her about the incident where this accident took place. Then Dr. Blake comes to know about Theo and Jeanette's death. It is also noted that Ruffy has a series of dreams where he is able to control his dreams according to the way he wants. And he says that he is dreaming a lot about him and his brother recently, that to do after his death. And he says that he once dreamt of him and his brother as puppies, newborn puppies. And he also says that they also dreamt about fixing his car, and where they tried to get away from home to California. So these are all the incidents where he dreams about him and his brother. Another thing that has to be noted is he also introduces Snow, who is his brother's ex-wife. Theo and Snow together has a child named Jason. It is also noted that Ruffy and Theo, when they were young, they studied at a school where the headmaster of the school, Mr. Hardwick, was giving a very hard time to Theo. And it is also noted that Theo was such a rebel at young age. He also talked more about killing himself. And Theo also possesses a gun. He manipulates his mother by blackmailing her that he'll kill himself if he beats her. It is also noted that Theo was very open to fighting in Vietnam War. That he opted fighting in Vietnam War, where all other of his friends tried escaping it by joining in universities. So the rebellious character of Theo is Theo can be noted in this chapter through the conversation between Dr. Ruffy and Ruffy Quick and his therapist Dr. Blake. Ruffy visits his family at weekend, where he says that his mother, whose favorite child was Ruffy at young age, has now shifted her favorite child to his elder brother, the dead elder brother Theo. She considers Theo as her favorite child now, and she says that he's trying to converse with her or communicate with her though he's dead. One such incident is where one of Theo's photos falls down and breaks, and his mother says that this is Theo's way of conversing with me, and he says hello through this broken photo. And his mom also believes on Theo's continued presence in the house. So all these things annoys Ruffy, and he also talks about Jason, who's Theo's child, who now is under the custody of his mother Snow. Snow can be noted as a hippie here. She's very poor, while comparing with the Quick's family. It is also said that Theo gained custody of Jason after, Snow gained custody of Jason after Theo's death. So all these things are told by Ruffy to Dr. Blake. At the end of this chapter, he's trying to wind up a session because he says that it's time. But then Dr. Blake says that, why do you all of a sudden want to end this chapter? It was going very good. He says that, I don't want to take up your time. But then she says that, no, there's one such reason for you, one particular reason for you saying that, and talk to me more about this reason. So Ruffy opens up about the incident where Theo and Ruffy are fixing Ruffy's car. He says that this was an incident where right before the night that Theo was killed. So he says that Theo told him about meeting up with this nurse Jeanette, whom he's going to ask to marry. But then he says that if she is not accepting my offer, I'll cause trouble to her. But then Rafi gets annoyed about Theo, and he says that Theo always pulls him down, even right from engage. So he says that he thinks in his mind that he want to get away from Theo. So that after Theo fixed his car, he drove to Chapel Hill. And on the road back, Rafi was thinking about Theo and him dying in Vietnam War while Theo was still alive. But then he gets pulled over by a police, and then the police says that your brother got into an accident, please call your home. But then Rafi says that he already knew in his mind that Theo was dead, right, even before calling his own house and finding out Theo's dying. So he says that if he could have stopped Theo from meeting with this Jeanette, or if he could have stopped himself from driving away from Theo to Chapel Hill, he could have prevented Theo's death. And he says that he believes that it was one of his own very faults that Theo was killed now, and if he could have stopped Theo then, he would have been alive now. So this is how the chapter ends.